This video is the case study 3. This is Rachel Gage, and I'm completing this for course SPCE 683. This is a continuation of case study 1 and 2 utilizing the same client and what we do for training and supporting staff, treatment integrity, etc. So first we're going to talk about training methodology. So we use behavior skills training. Behavior skills training is what's chosen for training our staff. This is generalized across all clients, but in the case of this case study, we're going to discuss the specific steps that we utilize and how we do behavior skills training to support our staff. And then I listed these 4 steps below that we should probably already know by now, but it's really good to talk about. So 1 is instruction, 2, modeling that program, 3, rehearsing that program with the technician, and then providing feedback. So I broke down the steps of how we really want to utilize behavior skills training to teach these specific programs for this client. So 1, we want to provide an operational definition to the behavior that we're targeting that is very clear. Someone who does not do ABA at all or have any knowledge of ABA should be able to come in and read this definition and know, okay, that's clear enough that I can take data on this behavior. And we utilize this and concise instruction, so specific target instructions for this program that are also clear enough that you should be able to read them and conduct the program based on those definitions. But we, in this instruction, specifically for behavior skills training, are going to verbally explain these rather than just placing them into a data collection system and having a technician complete it by themselves. We're going to actually explain these to them. So the next step would be modeling. So this one to me is kind of the most important. We clearly model ourselves what the teaching procedure is. So that could be we're utilizing graduated guidance, also known as most to least prompting, fading procedure. Maybe we're using least to most prompting, errorless teaching, whatever it may be. We're then going to do modeling of the error correction. However, we are correcting that behavior. And we also want to model our response to problem behavior that may or may not occur when we're running this specific program, so that the technician has an example of this happens and this is exactly how we want to respond. We want to make sure that we model that with them just observing first, and then we move into rehearsal. So the 3rd step is rehearsal, and we want to then allow the technician, based on our instruction that we provide and the modeling that we provide them, we want them to begin by themselves to rehearse and give it a shot and run that program. And then they'll receive guidance if it's needed as they are rehearsing it, so that they feel more confident. And then 4, we're going to give them the feedback on how they conducted the program. So we're going to provide positive reinforcement for the good performance that we saw, and then we're going to give correction in possible needed areas of the tech's performance on that program. So treatment integrity with this client and within our clinical environment, there's 3 parts of treatment integrity that kind of all put it together for us. So 1 is routine fidelity checks. This is how we're measuring not validity, but integrity. So treatment integrity is measured through these fidelity checks, and we're going to later on go and look at the fidelity checklist. But treatment integrity is a vital part of providing quality care for our clients. So we utilize these checks on an average of once every 2 weeks with each technician to ensure that, on each program, by the way, to ensure treatment fidelity is being upheld. So that is how we keep a good track on fidelity and integrity. 2, we provide adequate supervision, and this is really important. This might be like the backbone of treatment integrity. The BCBA and the supervisee provide appropriate supervision, the supervisee just assisting and supporting to the technicians who are working with that client and on that specific program, and they're going to provide feedback based on the BST previously delivered. So we want to make sure that we're providing that support and supervision that is also acceptable to the technicians and makes them feel, again, supported. That's going to be super important. And then enhancing work environment. The BCBAs and the supervisee have committed to enhancing the work environment, as we just talked about, the acceptability by staff of the supervision provided to them and by the supervisor has been highlighted as a key component for quality services for clients. We've seen better outcomes this way. And then I referenced a book in one of my other courses that we will see here at the end that talks about enhancing work environment and how that's beneficial to treatment integrity. So that treatment fidelity check sheet. So this is what I have created and utilized. So we have client initials, tech name, the date, who is assessing it. So when I'm running these on a technician, I'll put me, and then we're going to specifically talk about the program that we did it on so that we know exactly where we're going wrong in this if we are. So we have all our steps here, and then we have each component. So as they're running the program, they should be going through all of these steps. Did they secure attention? We're going to answer yes or no, or needs improvement. Not available if it just so happens to skip this step in a specific program that we have. And then we're going to talk about errors. So omission, did they add something they shouldn't have added? Omission. Did they not do something they were supposed to do? Did they add something that they weren't supposed to add? And then notes to detail each one specifically. So that we go down the steps: secures attention, presents session material, presents the instruction and the SD, delivers a prompt, delivers praise / reinforcement, and then we're going to continue this. Additional components: error correction. Did they deliver the error correction correctly? Records data, presents next trial within 5 seconds of removing reinforcement. And then here at the very end, how we're measuring this is percent correct. So we're going to go through, and if they had no errors, we're going to count that as 1 point. So say they had 5 out of 8 of these steps correct, we're just going to divide that up to get the percentage correct. So they actually have a percentage correct that they get on the program to know, I am correctly doing 50% of this program, and these are the things I need to work on. And that is our case study 3. Thank you guys so much for watching.